Today we celebrate Pope St. Pius V. He was Pope from 1566 to 1572 and one of the most foremost leaders of the Catholic Reformation. Born Antonio Ghislieri in Bosco, Italy, to a poor family, he labored as a shepherd until the age of 14 and then joined the Dominicans, being ordained in 1528. Called Brother Michele, he studied at Bologna and Genoa, and then taught theology and philosophy for 16 years, before holding the post of Master of Novices and Prior for several Dominican houses. Named Inquisitor for Como and Bergamo, he was so capable in the fulfillment of his office that by 1551, and at the urging of the powerful Cardinal Carafa, he was named by Pope Julius III Commissary General of the Inquisition. In 1555, Carafa was elected Pope Paul IV and was responsible for Ghislieri's swift rise as a bishop of Nepi and Sutri in 1556, Cardinal in 1557, and Grand Inquisitor in 1558. While out of favor for a time under Pope Pius IV, who disliked his reputation for excessive zeal, Ghislieri was unanimously elected a pope in succession to Pius on January 7, 1566. Mamma mia. As Pope, Pius saw his main objective as the continuation of the massive program of reform for the Church, in particular the full implementation of the decrees of the Council of Trent. He published the Roman Catechism, the revised Roman Breviary, and the Roman Missal, and he also declared Thomas Aquinas a doctor of the Church, commanded a new edition of the works of Thomas Aquinas, and created a commission to revise the Vulgate. The decrees of Trent were published throughout all Catholic lands, including Europe, Asia, Africa, and the New World, and the pontiff insisted on their strict adherence. In 1571, Pius created the Congregation of the Index to give strength to the Church's resistance to Protestants and heretical writings, and he used the Inquisition to prevent any Protestant ideas from gaining a foothold in Italy. In dealing with the threat of the Ottoman Turks, who were advancing steadily across the Mediterranean, Pius organized a formidable alliance between Venice and Spain, culminating in the Battle of Lepanto, which was a complete and shattering triumph over the Turks. The day of the victory was declared the feast day of Our Lady of Victory, in recognition of Our Lady's intercession and answer to the saying of the Rosary all over Catholic Europe. Pius also spurned the reforms of the Church by example. He insisted upon wearing his coarse Dominican robes, even beneath the magnificent vestments worn by the popes, and was wholeheartedly devoted to the religious life. His reign was blemished only by the continuing oppression of the Inquisition, the often brutal treatment of the Jews of Rome, and the ill-advised decision to excommunicate Queen Elizabeth I of England in February 1570, an act which also declared her deposed and which only worsened the plight of English Catholics. They were overshadowed in the view of later generations by his contributions to the Catholic Reformation. Pope Clement beatified him in 1672, and Pope Clement XI canonized him in 1712. God bless him. Not easy being Pope, and he was pious, as his name was Pius, and that's why he's a saint. We should be pious too.